What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JLerone with JLerone Presents. Today, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into this Corey Holcomb, where they talked about the Cassie and P Diddy tape. Kraig spit nothing but facts. Like, he told it like it should have been told. Basically, is what I'm saying, right? So you guys go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, share. It helps the channel grow. All right. And like I said before, on this channel, we talk about the facts, foolishness, and black female effery. And we're going to get into it, all right? So, again, Kraig spoke number facts, right? And he said some interesting things that a lot of people are scared to say, but I don't see where he lied, all right? So let's go ahead and get into the video.
I know she's seeing this right now because they don't never tell you they watching, but they watching. All the people watching right now, 5150. They just don't want to admit they watching.
Well, I heard.
The nigga who beat the bitch up at the hotel, he watching. They watching, dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They be like, this is the show they've been waiting on all week to see what I'm going to say. I ain't really go in like that. I'm just saying, dog. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, hey, niggas.
Ain't nobody got the courage to stick up for Puff. I do.
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
Hey, man.
See, you wasn't here, so I want him to hear this.
Cassie ain't the bitch y'all think she is. I always say this, man. Domestic violence is not always abuse because some bitches like to fight. Cassie is the same woman that would go to Puff Daddy's house while Kim Porter was alive and watch Puffy beat on Kim, cuss Kim out, abuse Kim, and laugh at Kim. Kim's friends have came out and it's documented that they say Cassie used to be torturing Kim with Puff. She is not this victim broad that everybody is making her out to be. This is a treacherous bitch. Anytime a woman that is that beautiful is dating a nigga that is that regular looking, she's hustling her pussy. This is a woman that hustles vagina, and we treating her like she a Claire Huxtable or a respectable everyday woman. This bitch is a libido whore. She's libido hungry, and she's money hungry, and she's eating, sucking, and fucking on anybody that got the paper. That $30 million settlement she got, a portion of that should go to Kim's kids. Because you tortured Kim fucking with a married man to get to that paper. She used to be a...
Damn. We got to stop it for a minute, man, because Kraig went in. But he pointed out something, right? You can't say that... The reason why he's saying that you can't say Cassie's a victim is, one, she knew what the hell she was getting into, right? She knew what it was. First of all, she knew what type of dude Diddy was to begin with. And like he said, I heard the same thing about when Kim was getting hurt, you know, when Diddy was putting his hands on Kim. I heard the same thing, that Cassie was there, witnessed the whole thing. Now, I don't know if Cassie laughed and joined in, but I did hear that Cassie, you know, saw everything that went on. So if you saw it and you knew that if you got with this dude, he was going to do the same thing to you, you can't play the victim. That's like, you know, you signing a contract with the motherfucker and you know he throw it off. He's telling you, if you get with me, we're going to be doing, you know, threesomes. We're going to have freak-offs. I might be abusive. You know, I'm going to put my hands on you and stuff like that. But yet, you keep coming around knowing that this is going to happen. And you think that shit ain't going to happen to you? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense because shit... And I know I'm going quick on this, but Cassie left Diddy, I don't know how many times during that 11-year stretch that they had. Now, if you're able to leave him that many times and yet you keep coming back, you knew from the jump how he was, you can't be the victim. So, and like Kraig was saying, that 30 million was just a payoff. It was like, I knew what I got into with you. I felt like I didn't get compensated enough, so I want 30 million. That's basically what that is. All right, let's keep it moving.
Puff house while Kim was there on some super disrespectful. I'm spitting like a motherfucker.
But that don't mean that somebody needs to get beat down.
But if a
because they're
woman
around there?
participates in the
That's not what he's saying, D. He's saying that she knew what the fuck she was getting into. That's like I said, if you know this dude is abusive and you get with him, you can't blame a lion for being a lion. You know that lion is going to eat this gazelle. And if you're a gazelle, why the hell you keep coming around this lion when you know you're going to get eaten? You know, you can't blame him for being who he is. So no, he's not saying that she deserves to get beat down. He's saying that she knew what the fuck was gonna happen. Yet she steady brought her ass around to have that shit done to her.
abuse of another woman, why are all women sticking up for her? Some bitches deserve to get whooped on.
You don't know that for a fact.
Look it up. I mean, it's as
That
much.
she watched it, that she knew. Now, knowing is a different story because some people are so twisted in their mind that they might think that they can change somebody. Now, that might have been her mistake, but that's not deserving of her getting hit.
No, what
I'm
saying this is women are not a monolith. Y'all ain't all created the same. Sometimes when you see a woman getting her ass whooped, that's because she just robbed a nigga or she set a nigga up to get murdered, or all women ain't fucking victims. So I'm not about to run around here on this tape and act like all you bitches is good bitches.
We're
Some
not
of you
talking
bitches
about all bitches.
ain't
We're
shit.
talking about the Cassie thing. We're not talking about all bitches.
Cassie, I'm
We're
telling
talking
you.
about that.
I mean, why are you antagonizing for bitches?
I'm not a thing. We're
I'm
talking
just saying,
about Cassie. We already
do you know
the
Cassie?
No, I
Do
know.
you think she had
Do
sex?
you?
Let me ask you a
Do
question.
you?
I don't know the
Okay,
bitch.
well,
I wouldn't piss on the
Okay,
bitch if she was on fire in the street.
We're all going on what we see.
Let me
We're
ask you
all
a
going
question.
on what we know, what we see.
Do you think that woman had sex with him after he whooped her?
100
Probably,
million
yeah.
times.
She stayed with him
What
many
the
years
fuck is
after
y'all
that.
talking about?
Ain't no
That's
probably.
not still.
She
I
did.
don't like
trying
the
to say-
motherfucker.
So
If a bitch whoop my ass, I'm through with you.
Well,
Hey, I had a cousin get stabbed 4 times in the chest in his sleep. A mom. I got 50 first cousins, and 80% of them is women. All women aren't dainty women that need to be.
that's the truth. I get that.
Some of these
That is the truth. I believe that.
I call him my cousin.
But there's
it's
also a
because
thing
we
called
was together
Stockholm
for the
syndrome
longest.
for some people, and that's crazy.
His
for
wife
That ain't what it was.
shot him 5, 6 times on their honeymoon because another girl called the phone. Shot him, snuck him with a gun. When this nigga came to, because it's a miracle, he lived. And I love him to death. But you know what this motherfucker said?
What?
I got to go get my wife out of jail.
Oh, yeah.
You just said not all women are victims. I don't.
But that's all I mean.
That's
what
what
I'm
once
saying.
he came to and realized what
not
happened.
talking for all
Because you
women,
know
I'm
when he
talking about
woke
this
up, he
situation.
wasn't right at first.
Yeah.
But once he realized what happened,
Yeah.
this motherfucker was worried about the bitch who tried to murder him.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm not sticking up for men that whoop women. What I'm saying is, all women aren't victims. All women
we
are
didn't
not
say that.
victims.
Right, we
You
So
know
didn't
they
talk about- we're
suspended
talking about
Stephen
her.
A. when he had the balls to say something like that.
you say what?
They suspended Stephen A. off ESPN when he had the
Thank
balls
you.
to say
No matter
something like
what,
what
you
you just said.
Yeah.
But I let you ride because I already know you telling the truth, man. Man, let me tell you something, man. The bitch I took care of the most is in court telling them people everything she know about me.
Man.
Everything.
Yeah.
You can't tell me shit. Bitch, the worst thing God put on this planet.
Hey, man. It sometimes that's true. Sometimes it ain't.
You know, you get mad at the wolves because they eat the animals and shit, but wolves love their brother, love their sister, love their father. They take care of each other. A funky bitch don't do nothing but smile until she got a play on you. And when she got a play on you, she gon' pull it.
And she
I'm not talking about everyone new.
Yeah.
Right, and guys too need to be leaving. They see signs of somebody that can actually get them in a certain place, like in their minds or whatever, in their emotions, what have you.
Yeah.
Gone. Why are you around her too? It goes a lot of ways. I'm just saying, when people are around each other and they continue to bring that around them, you asking for it. It's almost a matter of time.
If you are the type of person where you want to control people, and when you don't get your way, you feel like you have the right to try to destroy them, you are not a good person.
No,
Who is that?
No. Yeah.
That's Puffy and Cassie.
See, I don't know Cassie. I don't watch the news and all that sucker shit. Why would I watch a nigga like that? I done seen this nigga in action, homie.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The type of shit you be like, that's some hoe shit what that nigga just did right there.
Hell yeah.
When I see it, I just turn automatically. I don't watch that shit. The only reason you watch the motherfucking tape because you be like, let me see what he did.
Well, because it's flooded, right? All his stuff
It
that he's
wasn't
doing
right.
is
It
flooding
wasn't right
the
what he
whole-
did, but what was in that bag?
Right.
I want to know what the fuck was in that bag because it had to be some
Tell you
incredible.
why jelly.
Oh God.
It had to be some incredible
She tried
shit.
to leave on her turn. He was like, hell no, bitch, I done bought this room.
But see, here's another thing people don't talk about. Why isn't the hotel, the Continental Hotel, being held?
That
or-
hotel
Just-
closed
right,
down,
they
dog.
closed down, but we were just talking about that.
Because they
though.
paid, because Puffy paid the security there $50K not to put the tape out. He
Right.
paid them folks.
And I don't know if it's been 7 years or not.
I paid the housekeeper
Oh, it
bitch
has
$20 to go get some
It
rubber.
has been.
Oh, so that's why
It
they
has
could
been
release it.
because that's why they're not charging him with that
Yeah.
because it's been 7 years.
Housekeeper bitch took too long to come back, and the bitch had left,
Statute.
goddammit, because we had to check out.
Yeah.
So I wound up fucking the housekeeping bitch with the rubber. Gave her 20 more dollars.
Stupid.
But it's not
Sometimes
right.
life work out.
Yeah, that's real shit. But the kick bothered me, but it wasn't right for him to hit him. But it's not right to hit a woman, but it is acceptable to hit a woman back.
Of course, I believe that
So-
because I witnessed my parents go through that. My
Yeah.
mom was the abuser, and I'm like,
So,
"Dang."
so the only reason I can't be all in because I know that there's some diabolical bitches in the world.
Right.
So you know what I
I
mean?
get-
She
I'm the
could have.
first one to agree
We don't
with
know
that.
what happened in that room. We don't know what happened in that room.
But she did not deserve
But
that.
all
from
these
him.
people
We
coming out.
know that the nigga in the room didn't come out because
Right.
he didn't have no door key.
But hold on,
He
too.
didn't have a door key.
But this nigga,
That
Puff,
That
this
nigga
what I'm
was like,
saying.
come on in here, fuck up.
This why-
We still got each other.
Forget that they be joking.
This why
now,
people
They
ain't
don't
shit
have
though,
a
Corey,
bad
because
time.
Puff Daddy has all these security niggas that used to work for him coming out saying he used to do this. You niggas is cowards. You
right,
niggas was
facts.
witnessing this shit firsthand. Some of you niggas are real off-duty police officers. You letting this bitch get beat on. All these
They
people
could've
that used to be signed to his label that knew he wasn't shit. You still did business with him. I don't trust your word either. If you were around when he was participating in this heinous activity and now you got something to say, fuck you.
They all need to go down.
If
All-
you
just
really
like-
cared, you would have got down where you was mad at.
Right.
How come I don't hear more stories about niggas squaring up with Puffy? Saying, nigga, you a hoe, like the Locks did. Or, it's people that stood up and stood tall. But if you didn't stand tall, sit your weird ass down. We don't want to hear.
Yep, you're right. You got the Locks, I think Mace. A lot of people got away from Diddy, because they saw he was on some BS.
From you now?
A couple of people stood up to him and did some crazy. There's
Yeah.
some stories out there. I think it was Left Eye. Left Eye did some.
Who was left there?
The TLC girls. Somebody went into one of the offices with something
Okay,
and
yeah.
stood up on us and did some crazy stuff. There's that story. That exists.
I believe it. That bitch burned a house down.
Well, but he was doing something that wasn't right, and they went and handled it just like that. Some people you got to do that stuff too. But yeah,
I mean, I just don't, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna speak on my personal shit, but I got women in my family, and it's always a weird thing when a woman is dating a nigga that's really abusive. If you slap a bitch every once in a while, you're not an abuser. You just got to work on your temper. But if you a nigga that's squaring off with a bitch and just throwing vicious combos and arm barring bitches, you know what I mean? And people know about it and don't nobody do nothing. It's really hard to respect you.
I
if you
did a
know
show
about
like
something
this.
that.
I did a show about that.
But yeah, Kraig told the truth on that, man. Like I said, Kraig, I know this is not going to be a popular topic. I know people don't really like hearing this type of talk, but because everybody think, protect all women, right? A lot of people think that women can't lie or women don't get into situations that they know about and stay in them for money, right? And in Cassie's situation, that was all about money. She wanted the bag, she wanted the Birkin, she wanted, whatever, she could get out of Puffy, right? And the reason I say that is because in those 11 years that she was with Diddy, she was back and forth, in and out, right? If it was that big of a deal that he was hitting on her and assaulting her and having her do these freak offs, Why didn't she report that when she left? Why didn't she leave? Why did she leave and come back? Why didn't she leave and just stay gone and just report it? You know what I mean? And call the police and have that shit on some type of report, on some type of file a restraining order. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do none of that. She just kept leaving and coming back. So yeah, when you look at it, that 30 million, that wasn't about, you know, getting Puffy really in trouble and putting him in jail. That was money. Puffy, you owe me. I know I signed up for this bullshit, but I felt like I didn't get enough money for it. You know what I'm saying? That's not about getting him out of the way so he can't go back and do this to other women. This is just about Cassie getting paid, right? Like I said, all women are not victims. A lot of women choose to be in certain situations, right? And you can say Stockholm and she was scared and she was young, but Cassie was 19. Motherfuckers, women who are 18 are allowed to volunteer for the military. So don't give me that it's because she was 19 and she didn't know nothing. If you're 18, you can join the military as a female, then I mean, you got enough sense to do that, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and you can debate if that's motherfuckers got sense joining the military, but I'm just saying, if she's 18 and can join the military, then a woman at 19 has enough sense to know not to get into certain type of relationships. Especially when you see that relationship being played out by the man and his woman, and then you decide to be the next one. You know, come on. But you know, like I said, and another thing Kraig had pointed out about the people who knew what was going on and didn't report it. It's the same thing in the R. Kelly case, right? You had, what's her name, Sparkle? Wasn't her name Sparkle? Who said that was her niece that was on that Piss video, but yet she kept singing with R. Kelly even though she knew her niece was in that video. Her 14 or 15-year-old niece, she knew that was a family member, but yet she kept singing with R. Kelly. So, you know, everybody has a price, is what I'm saying. Everybody has a price. Cassie has a price. Them women who was dealing with R. Kelly, those kids, their parents who signed their kids over to R. Kelly, who knew what was going on, they had a price. So you can't sit up here and say that you're a victim when you got a price and you know that in order to get this money, you got to do something strange for some change. And yet you go and do it. You know, you can't be a victim when you know that this lion is going to chomp at you the minute you walk through the door, but yet here you come anyway. You can't blame a lion for being a lion, right? You know it. So even though Diddy was on tape doing what he was doing, got caught, even though, like I said, it's not, nobody condones that, right? No woman should be abused or whatever. None of that should ever have happened. But if you're dealing with a person who does that and you knowingly get yourself into a situation with a person who does that, then how can you be a victim? Now, it'd be different if she didn't know. She had no clue of what Diddy was up to. And it was just, you know, shit just came and happened over time. That's something totally different. But if you know from the rip, from Jump Street, that Diddy's on this type of time, and yet you jump in with both feet, then you can't be mad. You can't be a victim. So you guys, let me know what y'all think. Drop some comments down below. I know this wasn't probably something y'all wanted to hear, but it needed to be said. And I agree with Kraig. Every woman is not a victim, right? A lot of women will play the victim, like what's her name, Amber Heard in the Johnny Depp trial. By looking at Amber Heard, do anybody think that she would be capable of shitting in somebody's bed? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, like I said, drop some comments down below. Let me know. But she did do it. So drop some comments down below. Let me know what y'all think. All right, it's your boy JLerone with JLerone Presents. Y'all, please be good to yourself by all means. Let's be good to one another. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry